My mom and my husband are sitting there. I was like, she'll come one time.
Is it just as soon as you subscribe? I have no idea. Next year. I know, she's a big just
To
saying.
be a parent next year. I turned it on.
I can't read mine. You have to text me.
Good evening, family, friends, and guests. Welcome to the 2025 Spokane Valley Tech graduation ceremony. At this time, please join me in standing to welcome the Spokane Valley Tech class of 2025. I invite you to stay standing as sophomore Parker Dow plays our national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated. My name is Amanda St. Pierre, and I am the proud principal at Spokane Valley Tech. It is an honor to be here with you this evening to recognize and celebrate this milestone. I would like to extend a warm welcome to some of our special guests this evening. We are pleased to welcome our Central Valley School District Board of Directors, Anise Barker, Terry Landa, Cindy McMullen, Pam Orbaugh, and our board president, Stephanie Jordan. We are also pleased to welcome our superintendent, Dr. John Parker. On behalf of Spokane Valley Tech, thank you for your dedication and service to all students in the Central Valley School District. We appreciate all you do, and thank you for being here tonight to honor our graduates. I want to thank the staff at Ridgeline High School for their support in making this evening happen, especially Kevin Egeland for our live stream production for those who can't be here with us in person. I would also like to thank Ashley Lonkin, teacher and graduation coordinator, and Kimberly Bauman, our school counselor, who have been instrumental in the organization, planning, and preparation of tonight's ceremony. And Arlena Nielsen, this year's senior class advisor, who has lovingly shepherded our seniors through all that comes with their final year. And finally, if I could have all SVT staff members in attendance please stand. These remarkable individuals are the ones who have been the guiding light and the unwavering cheerleaders for the students sitting on this stage for the past 4 years. Seniors, I would also like you to look out into the audience and take in the incredible support system that you have. They deserve a huge thank you for all the time, energy, and effort they put into getting you here. Please give them a round of applause. When I applied for my position as the principal at the end of last school year, I made a choice to pursue discomfort in order to reap a huge reward. Spokane Valley Tech is an incredible place to work and learn, and the students sitting here on this stage tonight are a shining example of the very best of SVT. I asked our staff to share 1 or 2 words that represent the SVT class of 2025. Here are some of the things that they shared. Independent, focused, free-thinking, irrepressible, curious, adventurous, respectful, resurgent, humorous, wild cards, resilient, adaptable, chaotic, creative, and capable with big personalities. If I might synthesize their description, you all are an open-minded and innovative group of young people who, with a sense of humor, stand ready to make their mark on the world. As we prepare to send you out into that world, I would like to take a few moments to recognize the remarkable achievements of some of our students. Elijah Papineau, please stand. Elijah was recognized this year as the 2025 PACE Character Student of the Year for Spokane Valley Tech. His approach to life and the way he interacts with others serves as a model for his peers, teaching them the value of kindness, patience, and humility. In his quiet way, Elijah's influence on our school has been undeniable. Congratulations, Elijah. We have 7 graduates who have been contributing members of our National Honor Society. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing. Michaela Cloward, Raz Terhar, Sam Malloy, Morgan Christian, Brian Sandin, Noel Schultz, and Cooper Scott. The gold cord they wear represents their commitment to academic excellence, leadership, and service to our community. Thank you for all you have done to contribute to the betterment of Spokane Valley Tech. You guys can sit, thank you. We have 21 students in this senior class who have taken on the extra challenge of pursuing college while still in high school. If you have participated in Running Start during your high school career, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Now will Samantha Johnson and Lawrence Ware please stand? These dedicated students have not only earned their high school diploma, but have also completed their Associates of Arts degrees through their Running Start programs. Congratulations on your outstanding academic achievement. We would also like to honor senior Diana Morshakova. Please stand. We would like to congratulate her on earning the Seal of Biliteracy, a recognition that celebrates proficiency in 2 or more languages. You will also notice a number of our graduates wearing a silver graduation cord. This cord represents completion of at least 4 credits in a single career and technical education pathway. These students have completed a series of rigorous coursework in one of 3 areas: health and human service, computer science, or engineering and manufacturing. Their dedication to the pursuit of their passion is commendable. Will all of our students who have earned their CTE Pathway Cord please stand to be recognized? You may be seated. Within this group of CTE Pathway students are several who completed internships and apprenticeships with business and industry partners in the community. If these students could please stand. Michaela Cloward, Jordan Brooks, Ivo Parvanov, and Sawyer Soul. Along with all of their CTE coursework, each of these individuals has spent time this past year working in their fields of interest, applying their skills, and gaining real-world experience. Good work, you guys. You may be seated. We are proud of each and every one of our seniors tonight. Not only are they receiving a diploma, they are starting the next chapter as they head directly into the workforce, apprenticeships, military service, or college and university. Some of you are going to be staying close to home to contribute to your local community, while others are traveling farther away to explore your future. Wherever you are headed, we are proud of you, and everyone here tonight is cheering for you as you move on to the future ahead. This year, the class of 2025 included 2 students who have earned the very highest academic achievement while also fulfilling the career and technical education requirements set forth by CVSD. Noelle Schultz is our valedictorian, and Brian Sandin is our salutatorian. They are each excited to share some thoughts and well wishes with you tonight. It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium valedictorian for the class of 2025, Noelle Schultz.
Good evening, everyone. Teachers, family, friends, and of course, the class of 2025. As I was scrolling through TikTok one night, desperately searching for speech inspiration, I came across a quote. "You only learn to ride a bike because someone you trusted let go of you." The more I thought about it, the more it made sense for tonight, because this moment right here feels a lot like riding a bike for the first time. Terrifying, exciting, and just a little bit wobbly. And we wouldn't be here if it weren't for the people who helped hold us up and then trusted in us enough to let go. Spokane Valley Tech has been that kind of place. Whether we were in computer science, engineering, EMT, or already off doing Running Start, we were surrounded by people who believed in us, people who challenged us to take the training wheels off. To Mr. Robbins, thank you for showing us how to write with purpose and think with heart. You truly kept the nest that hatched the egg. To Mrs. Warren, you taught us that limits don't just exist in calculus, they also exist in how many AP problems a human can solve in one sitting. You pushed us to be better even when our brains were melting, and we're all stronger thinkers because of you. And to our families, thank you for being the ones who ran alongside us, who encouraged us, cheered us on, picked us up when we fell, and still somehow answered our panic texts like, "How do I cook rice?" or "What's my social security number?" To the SVT staff, thank you for building a school that lets us chase our passions hands-on. You gave us a place to train like professionals while we were still teenagers who said things like skibbity and sigma. This moment right here is the culmination of years of late-night study sessions, cramming for trade show, and caffeine addictions. Yes, I'm looking at you, Kayla. But none of this would have been possible without the people who believed in us when we weren't sure we believed in ourselves. So wherever life takes us next, whether it's college, career, or some wild adventure we haven't even imagined yet, I hope we keep that bike riding feeling close. That little voice that says, "You've got this," because we do. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's ride. Thank you. I would now like to invite salutatorian Brian Sandin to the podium to share his remarks.
Good evening, faculty, staff, friends, family, and this SVT class of 2025. It is my honor and privilege to speak with you tonight. I am Brian Sandin, the salutatorian for this year's graduating class. For those who are unfamiliar with the term salutatorian, it means that I have the second highest GPA among all graduating seniors. Yay, second place. Woo. I would like to thank the faculty, staff, and our families and friends for their role in getting us here tonight. Thank you for all that you've done to support our journey to graduation. I would like to say it was easy making it this far, but that would actually be quite far from the truth. I have done a fair share of growing up along the way, as I'm sure everyone else has. The past 4 years have been marked with ups and downs. Actually, it's been quite a roller coaster. We survived 3 principals, 2 counselors, COVID-19, trade shows, game nights, school dances, club activities, and many other things together. I will personally cherish the good times and be glad that the bad ones are behind me. During the last 4 years, I am sure that each and every one of us has experienced personal growth. I know I have grown. Thanks to the effort and support from our families, friends, and loved ones, we made it here. We have reached the end of our high school careers and are now prepared to embark on the next step in our individual journeys. We are fortunate to live in a land of opportunity where we can live life to the fullest. Ultimately, every one of us will forge our own path forward as we conquer our fears. Before I leave this stage today, I would like to share one final message with you. After hearing my parents advise me to make good decisions throughout my life, I realized that the importance of making good decisions is not just about improving our lives, but also about defining who we become. So please don't make decisions based on a whim, but instead do so with the intention of becoming a better version of yourself. Today marks the end of one adventure, and when we leave here today, diploma in hand, the next adventure begins. Thank you, everybody, for those last 4 memorable years. I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Noelle and Brian, and congratulations. I would now like to welcome our superintendent, Dr. John Parker, to share his remarks with us tonight and to recognize our students chosen for the Superintendent's Award.
Thank you, Amanda. I just wanted to give another shout out to Amanda. When we had the opportunity to hire Amanda, we jumped at it, and I don't think we've been disappointed since day one. Amanda has been knee-deep in trying to figure out and make sure that there is a very clear identity for Spokane Valley Tech. And all of you have been the direct beneficiaries of her hard work. Can you give her a quick shout out, please, for the work that she has done? I also just wanted to give another shout out to the amazing staff. There is a level of commitment at Spokane Valley Tech that is second to none in the Valley. Let me give you all an example of that. I have the honor and privilege of sitting in as an ex officio board member for the Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce. And the comments that I hear from our business leaders are second to none as far as what the students and their education, what they're receiving as far as real work or real-time education over at SVT is absolutely just one of those things that I take to heart. When I'm out in the supermarket, there's rarely a time that goes by where I'll get a comment, something like this. Hey, that school SVT, you know that small college? And they're right. This is a remarkable, remarkable school. And I think I can speak not only as the superintendent, but also on behalf of our board. We're very excited for the fact that we have choices for students to make as far as the type of education they select. And that choice bears it out as far as who we get to celebrate tonight. And I really liked what Noelle said, because tonight, of all the things that are going on right now, whether they're in our community, whether they're in our world, tonight is the night we get to celebrate this amazing group of 46 graduates. Tonight is the night that we get to send them off into their futures, and we get to acknowledge the hard work that they have done for the last 4 years. Tonight, we get an opportunity to embrace and congratulate them on a journey, as you heard them say, has been second to none as far as challenging, overcoming obstacles. And I'm just super proud of the work that all of they have done, and really grateful for the work that all of you have done to support them in getting them there. So I just wanted to share a few remarks and just share, just again, the immense pride I have. SVT is one of those shining lighthouse schools of our district where you get a chance to walk in and you step into an environment that is second to none with the learning that they're all experiencing. But more important, you walk into a place where each of them guards close how they feel for one another, how they protect one another, how they take ownership for their learning environment, and you are walking into their world. And I just think it's absolutely amazing that we have the type of chemistry in a school like that. So students, thank you. And I certainly hope that you get the chance to pay it forward to the next group when they ask you, should I be going into SVT? Is that a school? I hope you have your answer. So anyway, I wanted just to share those remarks. And then secondly, I get the duty and honor of also handing out the Superintendent's Award. And I'm thrilled to do so. So it's a pleasure to be with you today to celebrate an award that's given annually at graduation, the Superintendent Award. Each year, these awards are presented to graduating seniors who embody the values that define excellence, not only academic setting, but in life. And I think we've heard a little bit about that tonight. These students exhibit a clear sense of purpose, pursuing goals with sincerity, integrity, and determination. They showed up, not just for themselves, but for their peers, participating in clubs, music, perhaps athletics, lending their energy to school events as supporters and leaders. But what sets these nominees and the award winners for the Superintendent Awards apart is not only their involvement, it's their character. Each has demonstrated a strong sense of self, a respectful attitude, and a drive that reflects positively on our entire school community. This year, every nominee submitted a personal narrative that was nothing short of inspiring. We asked them to pick one of our terms that identifies who we are in the school, the Central Valley School District, and whether it was dynamic, adaptive, inclusive, or visionary, they each offered a story of how their personal achievements connected to their future plans. Their reflections reminded us of the strength it takes to dream, the courage to act, and the resilience to grow, no matter the challenge. To all of our nominees, thank you for representing the very best of Spokane Valley Tech. Your journey is just beginning, and we are all proud to have been a part of your story. I want to take a moment to sincerely thank our high school administrative team, the faculty, and counselors for thoughtfully selecting this year's awardees from the nominations. It's never easy to narrow the list, especially when each student shares a story filled with dedication, perseverance, and heart. Would the following Superintendent Award winners please join me on stage to be recognized? First, Dustin Buchholz. Our second and final winner, Boaz Godfrey. Once again, I'm just super honored to be up here speaking on behalf as the superintendent, and congratulations, graduates.
All right, are you guys ready? Thank you, Dr. Parker. At this time, I invite Mr. Tyler Robbins up to the podium for the presentation of the diplomas. Board members and Superintendent Parker, please take your places to greet our graduates.
Destiny Michelle Adams. Maya Taylor Avery. Jordan Brooks. Dustin Buchholz. Aiden Burke. Lily Chrisman. Morgan Lee Christian. Zach Safries. Michaela Rosalani Cloward. Xander Darrington. Alexander Delagarde. Carson Gardner. Boaz Edward Godfrey. Matthew Hammonds. Katie Harned. Jaredin T. Matt. Brody Hines. Samantha Johnson. Haley Georges. Levi Keevy. Spencer Langston. Jack Mannon. Africa Case McClintock. Braden Meeks. Sam Malloy. Diana Morshakova. Charles Moss. Elijah Timothy Papineau. Ivo Parvanov. Isabella Kaylin Peterson. Asher Pfeiffer. Paul Prophet. Kayla Reese. Brody Russell. Brian James Sandin. Noelle Marie Schultz. Cooper Scott. Sawyer Soul. Nicholas Edward Stumpf. Ava Grace Sweeten. Roz Terhar. Justin Keith Thompson. June Turner. Joshua Ventling. Lawrence Ware. Logan Joseph Wolf.
Let's get another really big round of applause for these guys. I would now like to invite our school board president, Stephanie Jordan, to the podium for some closing remarks for the class of 2025.
Graduates, this is it. Today is your launching off point. So this is your chance to go and get those infinite possibilities that we've been talking about out of the high school classroom and into the classroom of life. So we hope that you'll remember the ABCs of success that you've learned on your journey thus far, and we're gonna have them as our parting words to you. So, A, attendance matters. Showing up consistently to commit to a task can be the biggest hurdle to success. So keep striving to form good habits, be present and intentional. Time goes by in a blink, so make yours count. Remember, the choice is yours each day to look up, connect, and foster relationships that will strengthen you and those around you. And C, curiosity drives lifelong learning. Keep problem solving. Discovering and honing new talents, asking questions, and challenging yourself. The world needs you and who you can become. Now get out there.
All right. I'd like to take one last opportunity to talk with you all as your principal. I was excited and terrified to take on this role, and you may be surprised to hear that you all made me especially nervous. I know that your past 4 years have included so much change, not only at SVT, but in the world, and I did not want to be one more person to add to the chaos, especially in your last year of high school. But you all have been so kind and gracious, mostly, sharing your perspective, engaging in hard conversations with me, and teaching me about Spokane Valley Tech and all of the wonderful things that make it so special. Thank you for accepting me. I have loved every minute of our time together. My final piece of advice for you: find what you're passionate about, the thing that makes you excited to get up in the morning. Be terrified and do it anyway. It can pay off in the most beautiful.
Take you apart. I believe